About 50 homes are being evacuated in the Lebec area. Families will be sent to Fraser Park High School. We do have a photographer on the scene right now. We'll continue to monitor this situation for you and, of course, bring you all the latest information as soon as we get it. Now to the latest on the crash landing at San Francisco International Airport. We now know the two people who died are 16-year-old girls who were visiting from China. Many others were badly hurt in the crash, but more than 300 people did survive. Here's ABC's Tamon Bradley with what investigators have learned so far.
It is nothing short of a miracle that we had literally 123 people walk away from this.
The day after Asiana Airlines Flight 214 slammed into the ground at San Francisco's International Airport, even the experts are still amazed. The Boeing 777, with more than 300 passengers and crew, apparently snagged the breakwater just ahead of the runway, snapping off its tail.
It just fell on the tail section. It smashed down with this thunderous sound.
And bang, the impact was so strong.
The crippled aircraft finally scraped to a halt some 80 feet from the runway, leaving behind a sprawling debris trail before bursting into flames and smoke.
See fire, a lot more smoke coming out, explosion coming out.
Those who survived can only marvel at their good fortune.
And the White House says the president's thoughts and prayers go out to the families affected by that crash. President Obama is also expressing his gratitude to the first responders who were at the scene there. The president has directed his team to stay in touch with federal, state, and local partners as they continue to investigate this horrible crash. Back here in Kern County, two teens are accused of using a machete in two robberies and then slashing a man's hand during one. Bakersfield police say around 6:47 last night, the suspects got into an argument with the owner of Ready Go Market on Valhalla Drive. That's when 18-year-old Ricardo Sanchez pulled out a machete and slashed the owner's hand. Sanchez and 14-year-old then took off and used the machete to demand money from a second victim in the laundry room of an apartment complex nearby. That victim led police to Sanchez and he was arrested. The 14-year-old was also arrested a short time later. Two men are recovering tonight after being assaulted in Delano. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says deputies found 53-year-old Gabriel Vega unconscious with injuries to his face and head in a parking lot off Metler Avenue late last night. Deputies then found 33-year-old Jose Arceo asleep nearby and inside an empty home. He also had injuries to his face. Both were taken to the hospital. There are no suspects right now, but deputies believe the two may have been beat up at a birthday party. If you have any information, call the sheriff's office. And we were talking about that fire earlier. Here's Leah. What's the weather like for firefighters?
Yeah, Amanda, definitely good news for firefighters right now. Bakersfield, we're sitting at 12 degrees and only 12 miles per hour for the wind speeds. 4 miles per hour right now in Lebec, so that's good news for firefighters. The winds are not picking up at this hour, but right now we are looking at wind speeds in Tehachapi at 17 miles per hour and 13 down in Lancaster. Unfortunately, those will continue throughout the evening. So taking a look at our roof cam, clear skies ahead, but like I said, a little bit breezy right now for us with winds out of the northwest at 12 miles per hour, 104 right now. That's the hottest we've been all day today. And right now, temperatures also very hot in Edwards Air Force Base at 103, 102 in Porterville. A lot cooler down by the coast with 77 degrees right now in Camarillo. So the winds will be picking up tonight and then sunny and dry next week as well. Double digits are in the 7-day forecast, and I'll have details on that coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thanks, Leah. Today, firefighters started a procession to bring the bodies of the 19 firefighters killed battling a wildfire to the mountain community where they lived. 19 hearses left from the medical examiner's office in Phoenix earlier today, and they'll pass through Yarnell, the community where the fire broke out. Firefighters and police officers held hands over their hearts or saluted as the motorcycle-led escort slowly drove by. And it was a heartwarming and hopeful scene in Prescott this weekend as the surviving member of the Hot Shot crew appeared in public for the first time yesterday. Cheers, applause, and even some tears greeted the lone Hot Shot survivor, Brendan McDonough, to the stage. It was a chance for him to thank everyone who has supported him during the difficult time.
not only been crushed as a town, but a nation, all come together greatly, and I want to say thank you, and I love every single one of you.
The Diamondbacks and their fans presented McDonough with a check for more than $400,000 for his crew members lost in that fire. Friends of the Hotshots watched Brendan be strong show of courage with tears in their eyes. Bakersfield City firefighters are headed to Arizona tomorrow to attend a memorial service for the fallen firefighters. This is video from earlier in the week when the Bakersfield Fire Department held a moment of silence for the 19 killed. The memorial service is set for 11 Tuesday morning in Prescott, Arizona. Bakersfield firefighters will gather at Station 15 Monday morning at 8:30 Monday morning to leave for Prescott. A group of concerned citizens is helping keep the community safe by training each other on what to do during an emergency situation. 23 ABC's Carlos Correa is in studio now with more on the program and its need for more volunteers. Carlos?
Amanda, when first responders are not immediately available to help, members of the Community Emergency Response Team step in to provide aid to people who find themselves in any type of disaster. Jake Anzulis is a retired Army soldier who spends most of his time training to prepare to handle any emergency.
I feel that I'm doing something that the community needs, and it's a good way to be involved with people.
Anzulis lives in Bear Valley Springs, a close community where he says emergency response time for a major disaster like a wildfire or an earthquake may not be as quick as it would be in a bigger city.
We know we are going to be isolated, so we have to be, independent, and we realize that aid from anybody is not going to be coming for quite a while.
The CERT program is part of FEMA and has teams set up in Tehachapi, Pine Valley, Ridgecrest, and the Kern River Valley. All volunteers help support first responders.
We have, nurses who come to help, and we just have people from all backgrounds. I mean, especially the amazing thing is we have a great ham network up here that helps support us.
Retired police officers, firefighters, and other military personnel also make up CERT. In Bear Valley, there are about 100 active volunteers with more than 700 people who have already been trained on disaster preparedness.
First responders are going to be completely overwhelmed in the event of the wrong kind of, especially an earthquake. And when you come out here and you're wearing, our CERT vest, we're the symbol of authority, and we're the ones who the other people are going to be looking to get some guidance from. And we may not know everything, but we're going to try to do the best we can.
CERT volunteers say area fire departments and even the Kern County Office of Emergency Services offer information on getting involved. In the studio, Carlos Correa, 23 ABC.